Don't let no Edens and atheists influence you to stop believing in your Father in heaven, God. Because in the universities they're trying to teach you about the quantum theory and all of that. But let me tell you something. When Max Born put out his interpretation of Schrödinger's wave equation, actually, the electron go around in the hydrogen atom, and they say accelerating charge will be losing energy, and it will eventually spiral into the proton. So Max Born come up with this thing and talk about, okay, we're going to use probabilities and solve the problem. Then you hear what he said. Remember, you know, the hydrogen atom contains an electron and a proton. The proton is at the center of the nucleus, and it has a field around it, an energy field. Now, he's going to say you can put the electron in that field, and because you don't know where it is, the electron will accelerate. Nonsense. Children of God, listen to me. How God created the atom to work. That energy field around the proton is God's Holy Ghost energy. They call it magnetic virtual particles. When God's spiritual energy enters into the electron, the mass of the electron increases, the energy of the electron increases, it starts to move. God energizes it to move and accelerate and radiate off back magnetic virtual particles to the proton. So the law of conservation of energy is being preserved. Then now you can bring in Einstein's general relativity theory to explain the parallel transport of the electron around the proton because energy in equal energy out. So the electron is in free fall, like a satellite. So don't let them guys in the university tell you not to believe in your God or talk foolishness about the electron can be anywhere around the proton. Listen, once that electron is in that field of energy of the proton, they don't care what probability it is, it's going to accelerate and lose energy. So, because you have these two theories, one from Einstein with general relativity, one from the quantum theory from Max Born, both of them say the two opposite things. We have to ditch one of them. And let me tell you, the one that goes with Albert Einstein's law and order, so we go with that one and develop what is called a unified field theory. Let me explain it to you again. A proton has an energy field around it. So don't let Professor Max Born talk foolishness in your ears about the electron can be anywhere in that field without it accelerating. It cannot move like Newton's first law with constant uniform motion. It has to be accelerated. And the guys them don't know how to solve the problem. So they're talking foolishness and try to use it to discredit the existence of God. But listen, if you're going to put that electron in that field, don't care what you talk about. Oh, you don't know where the electron might be. As long as I said there's a probability in that stadium there, it's going to affect the electron. Okay? You don't have to talk about the probability of the electron not being that field on the outside of the stadium. Then he can chat. Outside of the arena or the auditorium. But you say you're going to put that electron in the arena of the proton with that energy field and line of forces, it must attract the electron. Why would an electron go hang out around a proton if there's no forces in between them? So let's now give you the solution again. The proton has a field of magnetic virtual particles around it. That's God's Holy Ghost energy. It enters into the electron. The mass of the electron increases and it have all this energy. And it's energized by God's Holy Ghost Spirit and it starts to move. Okay? And it accelerates and give off back virtual particles to the proton. Duh!